Hey, Wheat Solo here, making my fourth video in 4 or 3 days, some shit like that. This is going to be very important, which is why I wanted to make a video on this kind of small subject. But real quickly, I want to talk about some criticism I've gotten. One I very much respect, and that has to do with the audio in the background. I stream music. I actually don't purchase it, but I do stream copyrighted music, unfortunately. And I will always from now on consider muting audio. I'm sorry at the state of fair use, but for the video in question, the audio was too pertinent to what happened. I guess I could try cheat and just take the little clips that I want and then mention it, because you can use a clip if you're talking about it, so maybe there's some way I can get around it. It actually sounds fun to me to try and do that, so I actually might do that in a video. But for the most part, if it's not adding anything, I will mute it from now on. In this video, I'm having a songs by Chance the Rapper and Starfucker, and they're both very good, and I don't think this music is going to be copyrighted and banned in your country. And then on the other hand, you know, I really like the Kinks, and it's unfortunate that they're being punished by this, because I don't think they're the ones who are really behind this. At least I really doubt it. And then the other criticism was all the pop-ups in my video. Well, you can suck a fat chode. There's a funny picture. But funny enough, this actually will be a more relaxed video, because my software crashed on me last night when I was just about done, and I don't feel like doing it all again because I'm kind of like that. So this is going to be a chill video, so I guess you're going to get what you want to. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the EP build and turning it into a farming set. And farming is going to be so important in this upcoming patch. Excuse me. Yeah, I live by train tracks. Actually, I like it. It's one of my favorite things about this place. You know, it's very romantic. Farming is going to be super important because of some cube recipes. You can re-roll a set item. How it works, it becomes another item in the set. So for like focus and restraints on my screen, the focus will become a restraint, the restraint will become a focus. If you have Shenlongs, they'll become the other Shenlongs. A SWK will become another one in the SWK set. And besides using it very effectively with a 2 set, you can use it in a 6 set, like the R6. In the build that ripped a couple days ago, I got 4 Ancients, I believe, spending about 300 breaths. So it's a really effective way to get good gear. And you gotta understand, if you want to stay on top of the ladder this season, everyone's going to be doing this. And to have enough Death's Breath, you're going to need a Death's Breath farming set. So there it is, kind of. You go with the EP build. You still use the EP weapon for your passive, but in your other passive slots, you're going to throw on a Rorg. And then in the other one, you can keep the strong arm, but you have 2 options there as well for farming. I rip a lot. One of the things I hate doing the most is finding emeralds again. So you could throw on a Laerix crown, put an emerald in your helm, and guess what? You will get emeralds faster than you ever know, thanks to the fact that you can make a Gob Vault and a Cow level every single game. It's going to be so easy to get back gems these days, because you just make a game, Gob Vault, and Cow level. And this build can actually solo the Cow level pretty easily, even going full Cancer and not having strong arms or the Band of Root Chambers. And by the way, I will make a video when I actually get to play this build in the high GR. I believe Band of the Root Chambers is the way to go. And what else can you do? Well, what if you don't need gems, right? What if you're like, well, I don't die like you, okay, bro? Well, you can throw a Laerix crown in the passive slot, and then you put a ruby in your helm. And by the way, you don't need the Death's Breath set anymore, so you could go back to Band of Root Chambers, but you can. So now you're getting double experience from your ruby. And then, what if you put a Laerix signet for one of your rings? And a Gem of Ease in one of your weapons. And if you throw an SOJ on, which is what I did, you have a couple options. You could throw a Band of Rue. I actually have an extra one. I'm not sure what's best at that point. Again, it doesn't quite matter, but you're still doing functional damage. Going that Cancer makes it a little hard to time Shenlongs. That's the only frustrating thing about it. You could actually go away from Shenlongs, but it's funny the damage you'll do on T10 if you're not running Shenlongs. It's really not that much. So I still think it's worth it. You don't have to. You could throw in other items to get experience as well. But you're really going to want to have a set like this for your class, or make a monk. I think monks will be the most effective farming class. Again, I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass because I really don't play other classes. The only class I know anything about was the Firebird Wizard set in Season 2, I believe. You know, when they were just ridiculous. They seemed very fun to play. And monks will be very good at it. You have this EP build, you have Shenlongs, you can easily put on those passives, and it's pretty tanky still. You can rip in T10, but I don't think you would. The skills are pretty simple. Here I'm running physical. I actually forgot to put on my physical EP. And by the way, the other reason why I want to make another video is I want to talk about maybe physical being the better way to go with this EP support build, even in a GR. Cold is very good. It's like 6,800% weapon damage. So that's nice, right? But the physical EP is 20% added damage. And if you're playing with 4 people, I think everyone doing 20% added damage is better. Also, you can use a physical crippling wave, which you could use anyways. Like, your primary isn't going to be doing damage, right? So the crippling waves you can choose from are the 2 physical ones or the freezing one. I think there's even an option to go holy if you're concerned about your spirit generation, because holy is noticeably more spirit with crippling waves. So the nice thing about the cold one is it's a larger radius, and you do get some more slow. You will need some CC. I actually think maybe your CC class should be a Demon Hunter right now. Again, I really need a group of 4 people. And then the nice thing about the other crippling waves are, one physical gives another 10% added damage. So by the way, you're getting 30% from strong arms, 10% from crippling wave, 20% from the EP. I ran this with this Demon Hunter, and you could see his damage was just going through the roof when I was doing that. And another option is concussion. And concussion is reducing enemy damage by 20%, which I don't know how useful that's going to be. You could definitely throw it on. I mean, shit, you could even throw Resolve on one of your rune slots. It kind of seems like you should go the damage route, in my opinion, from what I've seen, because this build it's not your typical tanky support monk. Like, it's still got a lot of toughness. I usually have like 200 mil plus with Epiphany, you know, it's a little higher than that. But that's not that much these days. Like, I feel like the typical support class slash ZDPS, I mean, I remember making monks that would easily have like, I think 350 million all the time.
Kill this thing, kill this thing, kill this thing!
You still feel like that little bit of extra damage reduction isn't going to keep you from dying if things don't go right.
If you can't kill gobs.
I am not completely sure though. I can't wait to really test this out. I do know one thing. This monk needs to be played with a generator monk. I tried to throw on Ina's. I tried to go the Roarg route. You could even get the 2-piece without going the Roarg route. But Ice Climbers is amazing because your cooldown's not very high. You don't have ways to escape from immobilize effects, and the Ice Climbers was so effective. So I think you should keep that. But if you play with a generator monk, they can provide you that 4-piece Ina's bonus with the mantras, with the ally. They go fire ally. They can even change allies if you need some more defensive abilities. But like, so you got all the mantras, you got the Inas, you got a little more tankiness. Then you can take your mantra off probably if you want. I actually think you should play with 3 monks. That's my idea. And then you get like an R6 monk, and he runs the agility maybe. He doesn't even have to at that point, but you do want a monk running Inner Sync, and if you take your mantra off, you can, but if the R6 monk is there, then he can run a mantra and Inner Sync, or you can have Inner Sync as well. Inner Sync's going to be pretty important, and some generator monks don't run it. And that'll be the dream combo, I think. At least a generator monk with this guy, or even 3 monks, one being the R6, the generator, and this build, and then that last slot is any CC class. People are QQing about the state of support in ZDPS. I'm fine with it. I thought the game became a little anti-competitive. I still think satyrs are a great support class. Attack speed's amazing for monks, so that's why it's good to run them. But I don't know in the end who will be the best. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Let's kill him.
Oh, and real quickly, you do get more Death's Breath running this. Not as much as I thought. I was kind of bummed out. I was getting like 30 in a T10 Rift. I was getting like 30 from this, and like 25 from power levels. But it's more than you get without the set. Thanks so much, and I hope you like not having pop-ups.
Dude, Ozu is exhausting. That's why I'd only play it for a little bit, Carl. I fucking get worn out, especially when you work on the same song over and over.